For students in grades K through 12, school officials are looking ahead to what it would take to bring students back to class this fall. Lisa Gresci looks at the challenges.
Even though parents, students, and teachers are running out of patience, educators say we need to answer a whole series of questions before we can even think about reopening schools.
This is the most disruptive school year that anyone who's living has seen. Everything we're doing is something that's totally out of character for how schools operate.
Tom Scott, the executive director of the Massachusetts Association of School Superintendents, says there are several big issues we must address.
Making sure that there is reasonable distancing between student and student, and also between teacher and student.
On top of classroom size, there is the issue of transportation, how to maintain distance on a school bus, how to serve lunch or have recess, while also keeping in mind what teachers and parents are going to be comfortable with upon returning to class. It's expected a percentage of parents will want to keep their children home, whether schools reopen in the fall or not, and that means continuing at-home learning.
Nobody who is trained to be an educator was trained to be a remote learner or a teacher, or for kids to be remote learners.
While we don't know what reopening schools will look like or when it'll happen, what is known, how hard these educators are working to try to get these answers, looking at schools starting to reopen overseas to other states slowly reopening for summer learning.
Because I talk to educators, I certainly talk with superintendents all the time. I don't think they've ever worked harder. They spend tremendous amounts of time talking to one another, learning from one another, and trying to figure out the answers to very complex questions.
When it comes to colleges, Mayor Marty Walsh was asked that question about when they can reopen and how they'll do it. He brought up another series of questions, one of them, how would housing be handled? He hopes to have more answers in about 3 weeks. Reporting in Cambridge, Lisa Gresci, CBSN, Boston.